Hey, Happy New Year. It's 2021, which means we have a brand new season of our Fearless Fantasy Forecast. And this week we start off with the Sentry of Champions, and that's over in Kapalua in Hawaii. And the defending champ is Justin Thomas. Strength of field is 529. Pretty decent.
Not bad for 42 players in the field.
And this year we're going to do something different. We're going to be a little more accountable. Last year we said we won money, and we did. This year we're going to keep tabs. So this week we're spending $10 a team. So we have 4 teams, $40. And our fervent hope is to end on a high and higher than $40.
That's right.
So you can come back and visit us. So without further ado, we have everybody that's playing in this is a champion.
Not.
Why?
Not.
Why?
Because they added to the field.
Why?
Because they didn't have enough winners.
Very good. They didn't have enough winners.
So
there you go.
that's a package for one of my teams, by the way.
All right. So let's have you start.
Okay. So my first team, I love this team. Just for the record, you have to go with that. You have to go with Dustin Johnson, don't you?
I did.
I mean, he's the hottest player in the world. He's number one. He is the career all-time earnings winner at this event.
Yes.
Won it
Played more than anybody.
Yes, he has. So he's on my first team. I have Justin Thomas, defending champ, as you said, and he's won here twice. I took Sebastian Munoz.
I like him.
So his last 2 events, he missed the cut.
Yeah.
But before that, he was rock star. And I think he was just fatigued.
Could be.
So I took him here. Took Ryan Palmer. He's trending in the right direction. And I love his tie for 4th at Zozo, which is the last event.
He's only $7,000.
I know. So he was good.
Cheap.
Even cheaper was Kevin Na, who hadn't missed a cut since September. And he looked good at the Masters. I think he was 14th.
Not bad.
And then my last pick on this team, which you may see him a lot this year, is Mackenzie Hughes. He's a good player. He's got 2 top 10s his last 5 events, and he had a really good year last year, so I picked him as well. My other team is I picked a group of guys who shouldn't be here.
But they had to fill out the field.
This is one of those things, and this year and the way it's going, it's fitting that one of these guys wins, right?
Right.
So my first pick was Xander Schofield, best player who didn't win last year.
Yeah.
Okay. This was his last win, was at this place.
2019.
Took Hideki Matsuyama, maybe the second best player who didn't win last year.
I have a tough time picking him for some reason. I don't know why.
By the way, last 3 times he's played here, his worst finish was a tie for 4th.
Okay. It's a good trend.
Tony Fenal. See a trend here? Guys not winning, but really good.
He might be the poster child.
Yes, he is.
He's top 10.
It'd be fitting for him to win this event.
He never wins.
I took Kevin Kisner. Again, lots of great finishes last year, no wins.
Yeah.
He was cheap. I took Mackenzie Hughes again. I just think he was 14th in the FedEx Cup final rankings last year. He, under the radar, good player for $6,800. Why not? And I also picked as the only guy who won on both of my teams in my stone cold lock, my first stone cold lock for the first year. Lock it in as a top 10 pick for Sebastian Munoz, who, by the way, was 8th in the FedEx Cup rankings last year. Got himself in everything for that. And this kid can play. No North Texas graduate. Lock him in for a top 10.
Yeah, remember that no cut this week. So all these straight cuts and everything kind of doesn't matter.
Nope.
But there you go. Not bad. I like your picks. So I have 4 guys on both teams.
Wow.
Justin Thomas.
Okay.
1st, 3rd, 22nd, and a 1st. Xander Schofield. Lost in a playoff last year. Was 1st the year before. And then it was 22nd. Carlos Ortiz. Have him on both teams. He has an 8th and a 1st last 2 events he's played. He also has 90-plus fantasy points in each of his last 3 events. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Then I took Ryan Palmer. Value pick. $7,000. Finished in the top 30 last year. One of the oldest to do it. You're a big stat guy, right? His median score was 13th on tour last year in fantasy points.
Wow. That's good.
That is
$7,000.
That's damn good.
Yeah.
All right, so my other 2 teams. More of a hunch. I did take Mackenzie Hughes on one team.
Okay.
Because he's an excellent putter, and they have big greens at Kapalua. I mean, huge greens. And he has 8 top 15s in the last 17 events. Pretty decent. And I took Abe Answer because I just like his game, and he was 12th and 13th in his last 2 events. Kind of fell apart in the Masters, but that was his first big rodeo there. But I like his game a lot. The other team, I included Joaquin Neiman.
Okay.
5th last year. He's made 6 straight cuts, which again doesn't quite matter. And here's my value hunch. He was 13th last year, Lanto Griffin.
You know, I looked at him, and he was my stone cold lock at Houston, and he disappointed me.
Yeah,
and
well,
I had trouble picking him again because he let me down.
So the guys I didn't pick Dustin Johnson. I took JT over him, and I wanted to have some more guys that were higher up on the money. And my other guy I didn't pick, and I really wanted to, Patrick Reed. He's won at least once there, and he's lost twice in playoffs.
Interesting. You know the one guy I didn't pick that I wanted to? Scotty Scheffler.
Ah, local boy.
And I actually went with Tony Fenal over him.
Not a bad pick.
But I think this course sets up so well for him. It really, really does. I mean, you bomb it and you hope it runs in the right directions and stuff, and then you have wedges in, and I just think it fits him pretty well. But I went with Fenal instead.
The only thing that hurts this course, and I haven't looked at the weather yet, is if it's big wind out there, everybody's going to score
and rain.
high. And rain.
You'll get these strong showers. And if you're not a mudder, it might be tough.
So there you go. There's our Fearless Fantasy Forecast, our first one of 2021.
Lock in Sebastian Munoz.
Bank it. $10 a team. We'll tell you how we did next week.